matter of Bomber versus Smith. Are you ready to proceed? Mr. Smith? I'm sorry, Mr. Bomber.
Yes, Your Honor. I wanted to tell Mr. Smith that I'm deeply and sincerely sorry about the actions that brought us here today. Because of texting and driving, this man can never see his son again. Dear Smiths, I wrote you, but you guys are not replying. I wanted to say sorry, but I know you'll think I'm lying. I hope you get this letter. If you lose it, hope you find it. Writing this was hard. Every word feels like I'm dying. And I'm crying because I still think about your only kid. How he didn't want to die and just beginning to really live. And I can't tell you I'm sorry. I can only count the ways. But the way this began was in my Passaic County Tech days. Passaic County Tech days in the hallways. They always tried to teach me, but I didn't give a smack about what they say. I remember one day they said I'm texting a driving station, but I didn't listen. Now I'm in this position, I should have paid attention. And I admit that I'm sorry and I regret what I've done, cause the pressure's on my back, weighing more than 1,000 tons. But to give me some closure, let me tell you how it all happened. And the sad part, he only died because of one small distraction.
Your Honor, I appreciate Mr. Balmer's sincere apology, but the fact still remains that there are always consequences and repercussions for your actions. And I'd just like Mr. Balmer to know that an infinite amount of dollars can never bring back my son. And even though I accept his apology, he has to understand that there are consequences for his actions.
Dear Demetrius, you write about the whole reminiscence, but take this for instance. What if we switch positions? If I had 3 wishes, I wish it never happened, but I can't change the past, and now I'm here saddened. My heart feels flattened, my heart is deflated. This feeling inside is far from elated. My son was my love, my son was my life. Texting and driving, man, you should have thought twice. But now my son is gone and I'm sitting here alone. Next time, just disregard your phone. Apology accepted, but there's still a price to pay. But money can't buy my son another day.
No amount of money in the world can make him whole. But I have to send a message to you, and I have to send a message to other people that this practice has to absolutely 100% stop. You will pay to Mr. Smith $1 million.
Dear Smith, I told you I was gonna tell you the story, but now you're trying to sue me for 1,000 times 40. And it's sad cause every day I visit the son's cemetery. Yeah, that's right, the same place your only son got buried. And I know it seems scary because that was your only boy. I played life like a game and it treated me like a toy. And once again, I'ma say sorry about the death cause it's eating me alive, taking bites about my flesh. The day of the accident, I was in the car making a right. Too dark on the road, so I had to turn on my front lights. Once they were on, I didn't see a car in my sight. My phone rang, it was my mom, she sent me a text in the wreck at night. Still on the road, driving at about maybe 60. People thinking I'm crazy, keep my foot steady, it's never getting lazy. Another text from my mom, but this time I replied, not knowing that a car was coming right from my blind side. We collided against each other, something like a dog and a cat, and we both know what we thinks happens after that. I'm lying on my stomach and he lying on his back, hurting, I couldn't get up, it's like my body was getting attacked. Then I looked at your son and he looked at me back, knowing he was about to die, all I could do was just cry. He was like, stranger, I might not make it alive, but he told me to write you this letter hoping that you will reply. He gave me an address and he told me what to do. His last words to you guys is, Mom and Dad, I love you too. Sad about the expression cause I knew those was his last words, and the next thing I know, he was singing with the birds.
Yeah, and it go a little something like
Run
that.
away, love. Run 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 away, love.
At Passaic County Technical Institute, located in Wayne, New Jersey, we created a program which we called Intersection Ahead, Will You Make the Right Turn? The name of the program incorporates both making the right decision and driving. In order to involve all of our students, we held a poster contest and received almost 150 submissions, where we chose 3 top contestants and awarded each of them with a gift certificate to our school store. In order to create a large impact and spread our message throughout the county, we created car magnets and handed them out to relatives, students, and faculty. These magnets can be found on cars and buses all over our campus. In school, we held a huge assembly where students were able to choose their path by playing a hands-on game of life. At each station, there was information on the benefits or consequences of their decisions. The consequences for texting and driving range anywhere from brain injury all the way to a fatal accident. We were able to have students from all grade levels participate and become knowledgeable on the impact of their decisions. This event fell during our Rejected Text Week, where every day for 5 days, we presented the students with their daily texting and driving fact. Our biggest and most fun project was the music video, where we included all of our school, ranging from the medical to criminal justice students. This project allowed us to put all of our efforts in order to stop texting and driving and into one project that takes you to the path of a teen who decided to take the wrong turn in his life and caused a fatal injury because of texting and driving. This project showcases all of the events and efforts our school has put into stopping texting and driving. We were able to have JC Goods come and speak about her encounter with a driver who decided to use their phone and drive, and ultimately resulted in the death of her parents.
Imagine you're that young man. You're 18 years old, which I'm sure is true for many of you in this room. You're a senior in high school. He was a month farther along. It was May, but it was April. You guys are about to graduate. He was about to graduate. But you get in a car accident and you kill 2 people. Do you come to school the next day? Do you manage to complete your studies, finish that year, actually manage to graduate from high school while dealing with the fact that you're a murderer?
Her story has connected us directly to the problem and made us realize that the problem is real and it's right in front of us.
But using your cell phone is every bit, if not more, dangerous than being drunk. And so that's where I need your help. Because this issue is taking too many lives. In a year's time in the US alone, it's over 5,000 family photos, graduations, lives that are gone forever.
We are honored to have been chosen to participate in the You Got Brains Champion Schools program and are hoping that our efforts and message can stop this epidemic that is otherwise known as texting and driving.